got some rust, ran into it right there. Some body work was done, motherfuckers. Today we're gonna attempt to weld stud the trim studs on rivets. And if it doesn't work, then I have a backup option, which is these, which I didn't want to use because I don't want to have to drill a hole in the body. Partially because they're old and sometimes you could drill, split the metal. So we're gonna try it the OEM way, pretty much similar to these that you have on here for your chrome. So the first thing we're gonna do is I protected this because I was attempting to do it before, but the company didn't have the right tips. So what I did was I had my machinist, they sent me a smaller diameter tip. I had my machinist mill it, machine it down, and hopefully that'll work because it'll give me more clearance here, because before it was out here. And so I couldn't get up in here where I needed to get in order to get the clip placement right. So now I have this, and that's milled out, and I'm hoping that it will do everything we need it to do. And then I have the extension electrode piece right here and this piece right here. So I'll just show you all the pieces. This is the extension piece, and that goes in there, that goes in here. This goes like this, pretty much grounding it out to the chassis. And then the trim stud goes in here like so. And you should be able to weld it on. That's what's supposed to happen. So let's get this area cleaned up first, get it nice and silvery, good metal, give it a go. Should be clean burning. Hopefully it doesn't flash. I think that looks pretty good in there. All right, so the next part we're gonna do is, let's kind of get that cleared off. We're gonna take the clip. Now I've managed to kind of feel some of the other spots out as far as when this clip is in there. And what I'm gonna do is put that filler gauge in there where I've been able to kind of place it with the others. And then what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to take a punch out, give a quick little poke where the stud will sit once it's seated, in the seated position. That way when I go to put the clip in, it should push in and then seat down where I have it. So if I put this clip in here, this is an old clip. There we go. All right, so now I got a punch right here. And then that should put my clip about where I want it. So I'm gonna punch it one more time, just so I can get a dimple. And there it goes. And I should be good. Now we're gonna take our trim stud. We're going to have our electrode make good contact with the body of the car. I'm gonna get my stud pretty much where I need it to be. All right, so I'm gonna use this hand to brace it. And I'm going to, it pretty much wants to magnetize already. I can tell you that. And it's right there. Then I'm gonna press this up till I make good contact with the car. And I'm going to 1/1000 right there. All right, I just want 1/1000, hold it. Take it off, bow. And we should be good. And you can see that that whole area lit up. So that meant we had good contact. If you get a good glowing area like that, that's good contact. That's good. Now you don't want to hold it for more than one and a half seconds. You go 2 seconds, you could burn through this metal or warp it pretty bad. This should be pretty good. Be careful because it could be hot. So now we'll do a test by taking this clip, put this clip right here, and voila, there we go. That's the way you want to do it, so your clips are in OEM style. Now what I want to do is I want to take the piece of trim and see if it'll pop on right there. This is the top part of the trim, and we'll just see if it'll push on in there. Bow, and we're clipped. Look at that. We're clipped in. I'm not even holding it. We are clipped in, and that's pretty good. So now I've made all my marks here, 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 and there. I'm gonna do all of those. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now you have to keep in mind when you're doing this, you don't want to use this more than 60 times in 1 hour. All right, that could possibly warp your metal and tear this up because that's a lot of heat in here. So I can still feel a little heat in here. So I want to let that chill. Then I'm going to go down the line, get all of these cleaned up. Now, what I prefer to do is, because let's say you don't finish all this today, clean the metal where you're going to start welding. And as you go, don't clean all of these spots, because you have to keep in mind, once you you get over there, contamination, rust, condensation, moisture, all of that can kind of be at play. Work where you are for that moment. And then what I'm going to do at the end, when I'm finished with all these, I'm going to hit them with some primer to cover that bare metal, and then we should be good. And just to clip this off, I should be able to it's a weak clip. I'll be able to clip this off and put a screwdriver down there and get that off. But the fact that it's holding, that's awesome. So I prefer not to use these. I didn't want to use these. I wanted to use this. And now that I have finally a good solution to get good contact and good current through the body to weld the studs, it's time to put in the work. There was a little issue down here, and that's because got some rust, ran into it right there. Some body work was done, motherfuckers. But I needed to move this up anyway. Was unable to get a good weld down here, and that might be because corrosion or the angle. And usually when you're welding with these, you want to try to get a good mount on both sides of this. If you get it on one side, you're probably not getting as much current flow through there for the weld. So when it comes out to it, if you look on the back of the trim piece, you're not getting a clip here, right? Nothing's happening there. And if you look where I had that, that's pretty much where that would have been. And just about where the trim doesn't clip. So I moved it up to here, got a good clip. I got one there, got one here. And of course the top part of start mounting there, which will hold that. So this is probably about a $450 investment, maybe a little more, but you can do it the right way. But if you want to do it this way, where you have the rivets and you drill the hole and you rivet those, I'll leave the product link in the description for those, but I'll also leave the product link in the description for this tool and the other things. Now, keep in mind, you can't buy this piece, at least yet. MotorGuard and I are having conversations back and forth. They want to know how I did it. So more than likely we'll get together and maybe they'll start offering a piece like this for these type of situations. So if you can do it the right way, do it the right way. And get your metal guy and bodywork guy in there to do metal work instead of Bondo and fiberglass bullshit when it comes to here. All right, see you on the next video.
You kinda like Face at the end of the flick. The world was yours and you died on the shit. Wolfpack gang all over this bitch. Taking over YouTube, running that shit.